coming down the field with the backups, and you expect some mistakes for the Vikings, as these are inexperienced players getting some experience so they can be the starter.
He'll go up 5 or 4-ish yards before stopped by the Viking defensive wall.
Number 26.
Are you ready?
Lead. Frederickson open for 3 in is good. 10-2. Egg skips over to Frederickson. That is good. Frederickson answers back. Vikings take the lead. 25-23.
Bringing you the Viking Sports Network live on your computer or mobile device.
Crosses over to his left side. Delane goes up strong. Puff shot off the rim and bounces in. And Meyer heading to the free throw line for a 3-point play opportunity. 1:02 remaining fourth quarter. Myler looks to drive in the lane, goes up strong off the glass, and in. Vikings take the lead. Lazar to inbound, gets it into Epping, back to Lazar, 10 seconds remaining. Lazar dribbles from right, gets it to Epping, flips it to Frederickson, fakes the 3, now looks to drive. Shot fake, tough 3 is up, and good! Oh my God! Frederickson for the win! Reckner at the free throw line. 7.2 seconds played. First one is up off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Mueller, 6 seconds to play. Gets it to Thomas, left side. Shot to Kelsey is up and no good. Rebound, Myler, and the Vikings are heading to the state semifinal for the first time since 1941 as the Vikings get over the hump and are heading to the Kohl Center.
Here they are.
And a good night to you, everybody out there listening to Wisco Radio. We are live here from Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin High School, as we got a basketball matchup here, the first of the season for this Vikings team, and it looks to be a promising start, Dan, to this season.
Not a bad start if you're a Vikings fan. Mount Horeb up 51-22 with 1:15 left.
For JV, that is, I should promise, but as we get things underway here, Dan, we'd like to remember what's happened so far this year in Wisco Radio. Not only we have previously covered the Mount Horeb Vikings girls volleyball team, which did phenomenal this season. Also, the football team which had another fantastic season. So another great year of Mount Horeb Athletics, and what looks to be another great one ahead of you. As we get more information in here, our starting lineups for tonight will consist of 4 juniors, so a relatively young team, Dan. Only 2 seniors in the lineup, so there's not exactly a senior leadership, but still, nevertheless, there's 2 others. And obviously the expectations are high. I've spoken with many players this year. They had a saying this year during summer camp and fall camp, winter camp, everything, that they want to get back to the Kohl Center and put Mount Horeb back where it belongs in the state championship talk.
A young team is a good thing, but it also might be a bad thing with the inexperience of some players. And just 2 seniors might be also a good thing, but it could be a bad thing as well.
Absolutely. Like you said, I mean, there's a lot of positives and potential negatives that you can come from it. Like you said, a relatively young team, but that's also good for the long haul because many of these players next year will be back, and not a significant loss. Obviously, there's no replacing players that we've had in previous years. Like this year example, we've lost Mike Holm, Mitch Atten, Giannis Atenapakupo, Ryan, excuse me for butchering that name, Hoppy, and Ryan Cradwell, who we lost. Big losses, but Coach Nessheim always knows how to get his players ready for the moment and up to playing. I mean, the saying is practice as you play, and I've got the chance to watch the practices this year, and man, Coach Nessheim has got them ready for play, and looks like they'll be coming out firing on all cylinders. And with that, we'll take a quick break, get back, and Dan will have some more stats to here. You've been listening to Wisco Radio. As my friend Bryce Hopwood would say, we'll be right back.
On the news, in the paper, or on the web, it seems we are always hearing about the incredible things 3D printing can do. And it's true. Every day, amazing things are 3D printed at Midwest Prototyping. Since 2001, Midwest Prototyping has been creating world-class parts and prototypes for companies across the country, all from right here in Wisconsin. Midwest Prototyping is proud to support Mount Horeb Athletics. Go Vikings! Focused Dog Training provides comprehensive, lasting dog training for families. We offer a suite of high-touch training services that allow us to tailor our approach to your specific needs and produce results regardless of your dog's age, breed, and prior training history. We stand behind our training methods and guarantee that Focused Dog Training will be your trainer for life. Call us at 855-636-2873 or visit FocusedDogTraining.com to learn more about your free in-home consultation. Focused Dog Training, focused on helping families one dog at a time. Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it's for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Located in many locations across southern Wisconsin, be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank at 608-437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. The GrandStay Hotel and Suites is a brand new hotel in Mount Horeb. The GrandStay caters to businesses and leisure travelers and is ideal for individuals and families. In a convenient location near Madison, GrandStay is also a great option for guests visiting neighboring Barneveld or Epic Systems in Verona. We offer clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, an indoor pool, hot tub, and a 24-hour fitness center. To see pictures, visit GrandStayMountHoreb.com or book online or call today 608-437-5200 to make your reservation. Dr. Steven Samuelson and Lauren Ta are your local eye care professionals. Any time of year is a great time to schedule your optical exam and your eye care needs. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care, 437-3377 to schedule your eye exam today. 437-3377. You'll be glad you did. With the kids back at school, you actually have a little bit of extra time on your hands, which is why you may be thrilled to hear that Land's End just started hiring people to work part-time in their customer care and distribution centers both days and evenings. Sounds perfect, right? Not only do they start up to $12.10 an hour, but you also get a free gym membership and an amazing employee discount at both Land's End and Sears. How do you apply? It's easy. Just go to landsend.com/jobs. landsend.com/jobs. See you at Land's End.
Bells take their final toll as the time draws near for the Decca Haunted House. The wind shall draw many on Saturday the 28th from 5:40 to 8:30 with 2 worlds to see, 1 mild and 1 intense. Entry for the mild is $3 and intense is $5. Venture at your own risk.
Are you
scared yet?
Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Now it's time to get back to the Vikings athletic action, brought to you live right here on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. Our matchup tonight at 7:15, Mount Horeb versus the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. And Dan, you got a couple stats last year to compare to this team.
Fort Atkinson had a 5-18 record, and they averaged nearly 48 points a game. They lost to Wilmot in the WIAA sectionals, and they were regional champions. They finished sixth in the conference, and Connor O'Brien was their leading scorer, averaging nearly 12 a game. And for Mount Horeb, we finished with a 12-11 record, averaging almost 56 a game. We lost to DeForest in the WIAA sectional, and we finished 5th in the Badger North, and we had Mike Holm as our leading scorer, averaging almost 12 points a game.
So some significant losses on both sides, Dan, but there's always the saying in any sport is next man up, and I think this team we have this year is the most well prepared. Last year, many of these players that we have on this team came off the bench and played for varsity, such as Bryce Farnsworth, Jason Larson, and Dustin Zenz. A lot of them getting very good playing time and very talented players that we have this year, Dan. I expect nothing but greatness, and I know Coach Nessheim will have them ready. And a look at this Fort Atkinson Blackhawk team. Their size is average, a little more higher than Mount Horeb, but it's not too big of a difference. But one thing I thought during the year would be how the Vikings would handle the size compared to other teams, because right now their tallest players are only 6'3", and going against teams further down, maybe in the state championships or state semifinals or wherever it is, that could potentially cause a little havoc, because maybe there's a 6'11", 7-footer. Regardless of that, it's difficult to match up to very tall teams when you have small players. But it's not the size of the dog, it's the fight of the dog, and we know this team came prepared, they came ready, and they've got a little sting in their veins, or whatever you want to call it, Dan. I don't know what you young kids say it these days, but they're ready for this season, I guess is what I wanted to say. Is they got a chip on their shoulder from losing earlier last year, and they, regardless of what it says, they had a very good team last year, very talented team. Unfortunately, losing Mike Holland, but they are ready for this season this year, and they're going to come out, and they're going to come out firing. They have a bunch of talent on this team, and I can't wait to call these games with you, Dan, and get your input on this season, because we know you're a very smart guy. But it should be a promising first start, a road opener to start the season. Of course, Friday at excuse me if I get this wrong, at 7 or 7:15, we have a home game against Baraboo. So don't forget to show up there, or if you can't listen to our beautiful voices on WiscoRadio.com, or go to youtube.com/Wisco Radio. You can listen to us there. And with that, we'll come back. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with your starting lineups for both teams and discuss what we think keys to the game for Mount Horeb to pull out this win is. You've been listening to Wisco Radio.
As Bryce Hopper used to say, we'll be right back.
From your backyard to your back 40, Badgerland Fencing covers all of your fencing needs. From farm to residential to commercial fences, Badgerland Fencing offers you the highest quality work at the industry's most competitive prices. Chris and his team have over 30 years of experience and urge you to call for a free estimate. Their number, 608-444-9266. 608-444-9266. Call today. Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools and are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings! When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneville football, and that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Barneville football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town or in the country. For the expertise and the experience you need, call 608-575-3393 or visit them online, marknorman.firstweber.com. Wisco Radio welcomes our newest sponsor, Veek Steinet Chiropractic of Mount Horeb. Dr. Chris and her team are here to help you and your family stay happy and healthy all year round. Veek Steinet provides chiropractic services for infants to seniors alike. Conveniently located at 1809 Springdale Street in the North Cape building, you can easily make an appointment today by calling 608-437-2222. 608-437-2222. Veek Steinet Chiropractic, helping the body heal itself.
Whatever the occasion, the Grub Patrol is the perfect location to meet friends, family, or business associates. Located at 105 South 2nd Street in Mount Horeb's historic Creamery building, the Grub Patrol is Mount Horeb's dining destination. You'll experience a relaxed and casual dining experience along with favorites such as the Grump Chips or the Oofta Pretzel. The second level is home to Grumpy Troll's award-winning specialty pizza, including Cosmic Swirl, Piggy Pie, and their traditional Grumpy Troll pizza. Stop in today.
PlayN Wisconsin is a proud supporter of Wisco Radio and this year's Mount Horeb Bonneville football team. To help better your game, we sell training goals for stepping, tackling, blocking, and best of all, improving your quarterback's throwing arm. Try it first at PlayN Wisconsin in Middleton. Build your new home in Mount Horeb's desirable Valley View Heights neighborhood. Attractively priced, single-family home sites for your new custom home are now available on the southwest side of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. Call Alex Pfister with Century 21 Pfister Agency at 608-576-7222. That's 608-576-7222. Join the Valley View Heights neighborhood today. Experience any of PlayN Wisconsin's play systems, trampolines, basketball hoops, ceramic grills, and so much more at Wisconsin's largest indoor showroom, play, and party facility in Middleton. Unlike other suppliers, we're local and provide in-house service from consultation to installation. Try it first at PlayN Wisconsin.
You are listening to the Mount Horeb Vikings on Wisco Radio.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it's for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Located in many locations across southern Wisconsin, be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank at 608-437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Can't make it to the game? Catch it live on WiscoRadio.com or download our mobile app on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. The GrandStay Hotel and Suites is a brand new hotel in Mount Horeb. The GrandStay caters to businesses and leisure travelers and is ideal for individuals and families. In a convenient location near Madison, GrandStay is also a great option for guests visiting neighboring Barneveld or Epic Systems in Verona. We offer clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, an indoor pool, hot tub, and a 24-hour fitness center. To see pictures, visit GrandStayMountHoreb.com or book online or call today at 608-437-5200 to make your reservation.
You are listening to Wisco Radio.
Focused Dog Training provides comprehensive, lasting dog training for families. We offer a suite of high-touch training services that allow us to tailor our approach to your specific needs and produce results regardless of your dog's age, breed, and prior training history. We stand behind our training methods and guarantee that Focused Dog Training will be your trainer for life. Call us at 855-636-2873 or visit FocusedDogTraining.com to learn more about your free in-home consultation. Focused Dog Training, focused on helping families one dog at a time.
Find all previous stats, replays of past games, and weekly podcasts covering all Vikings athletic action by going to WiscoRadio.com and clicking under the Archives podcast tab.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools and are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Bonneville football, and that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Bonneville football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town or in the country. For the expertise and the experience you need, call 608-575-3393 or visit them online, marknorman.firstweber.com. Can't make it to the game? Catch it live on WiscoRadio.com or download our mobile app on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. With the kids back at school, you actually have a little bit of extra time on your hands, which is why you may be thrilled to hear that Land's End just started hiring people to work part-time in their customer care and distribution centers both days and evenings. Sounds perfect, right? Not only do they start up at $12.10 an hour, but you also get a free gym membership and an amazing employee discount at both Land's End and Sears. How do you apply? It's easy. Just go to landsend.com/jobs. landsend.com/jobs. See you at Land's End.
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Athletics.
Whatever the occasion, the Grumpy Troll is the perfect location to meet friends, family, or business associates. Located at 105 South 2nd Street in Mount Horeb's historic Creamery building, the Grumpy Troll is Mount Horeb's dining destination. You'll experience a relaxed and casual dining experience along with favorites such as the Grump Chips or the Oofta Pretzel. The second level is home to Grumpy Troll's award-winning specialty pizza, including Cosmic Swirl, Piggy Pie, and their traditional Grumpy Troll pizza. Stop in today.
This is Wisco Radio.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
You're listening to Vikings basketball right here on Wisco Radio.
And welcome back here to Fort Atkinson as the Fort Atkinson Blackhawk pep band is cheering on their teams to potentially get home a victory. And we will have starting lineups here, starting with your Mount Horeb Vikings. You have number 1, Dustin Zenz, a 5'11 junior who got some playing time last year, Dan, but this year finally becoming a starter and trying to prove to Coach Ness that he deserves that spot. And at number 2, we have Travis Classy. Like you said, Dan, one of the only seniors on this team left from last year. So still some experience left on this team, but not as much as last year. But still, I mean, we'll take what we got. And he's a senior, and you always want to send your seniors out with a state championship, so that'll be a goal this year. Also, we have number 3, Bryce Farnsworth, a 6'3 junior, and Daniel has something to talk about all these players later. He'll give you his opinions on what they think they need to do or need to not do need to correct, I should say, in order to come away with the W today. And also, we have number 10, Gunnar Nortman, a 6'1 junior. Number 11, Jason Larson, a 6'3 junior as well. And Dan, as we let off the Mount Horeb Vikings the starting lineups, earlier today you and I talked about keys to the game, and what do you think will be the most important for the Vikings to pull out a W today?
If there's a fast break, you got to get out and run and hopefully finish at the hoop. And then maybe getting an Owen Ziegler to make a few threes, because he's a knockdown shooter and you don't want to leave that guy open.
Absolutely. I mean, every year Coach Todd Nessheim has had a very good perimeter shooting team, but this year seems to be one of his best, with all players being able to knock down threes. And it should be a very good lineup Coach Nessheim has to start this year. And remember, folks, I said this earlier, but we have another game this Friday in Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. Don't forget to show up there or listen here on Wisco Radio. You can hear all of Mount Horeb Vikings athletics on here on Wisco Radio. But as soon as this tip-off is underway, we're sure to be full of excitement here. But overall, Dan, this team seems to be a very well-built team. Just looking at these players, they're tall and muscular, so the Vikings will have to be able to handle them down in the post. And also, like you said, get out in fast breaks, because any team in the country, whether it's for collegiate or professional basketball, whenever you don't have numbers back in a fast break, it usually doesn't end well for them. Excuse me. But, like you said, defense is the key today, would you say?
Yes, defense is always a crucial thing, as well as free throws. Those two are a combination to winning just about any game.
Absolutely. Free throws can determine the outcome of a game. And we have tip-off just shortly here in 40 seconds, roughly, here in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, as the Vikings will take on the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. Two quality teams from a year ago face each other to start the season. So talk about a difficult matchup to start the season for both teams. They both have to measure up in different ways. Blackhawk having to adjust the Vikings in the perimeter and driving, and Mount Horeb having to adjust offensively and defensively to this Blackhawk team. With that, we'll take a break real quick for the national anthem, as Blas Hopper would say, and Kate Johnson, also who's down on the court. We'll be right back.
Build your new home in Mount Horeb's desirable Valley View Heights neighborhood. Attractively priced, single-family home sites for your new custom home are now available on the southwest side of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. Call Alex Pfister with Century 21 Pfister Agency at 608-576-7222. That's 608-576-7222. Join the Valley View Heights neighborhood today.
Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Wisco Radio for photos, stats, the tip tracker, and much more.
Wisco Radio welcomes our newest sponsor, Veek Steinet Chiropractic of Mount Horeb. Dr. Kristen and her team are here to help you and your family stay happy and healthy all year round. Veek Steinet provides chiropractic services for infants to seniors alike. Conveniently located at 1809 Springdale Street in the North Cape building, you can easily make an appointment today by calling 608-437-2222, 608-437-2222. Veek Steinet Chiropractic, helping the body heal itself.
Wisco Radio, home of the Mount Horeb Vikings.
PlayN Wisconsin is a proud supporter of Wisco Radio and this year's Mount Horeb Bonneville football team. To help better your game, we sell training goals for stepping, tackling, blocking, and best of all, improving your quarterback's throwing arm. Try it first at PlayN Wisconsin in Middleton. Dr. Steven Samuelson and Lauren Ta are your local eye care professionals. Any time of year is a great time to schedule your optical exam and your eye care needs. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care, 437-3377, to schedule your eye exam today. 437-3377. You'll be glad you did. Experience any of PlayN Wisconsin's play systems, trampolines, basketball hoops, ceramic grills, and so much more at Wisconsin's largest indoor showroom, play, and party facility in Middleton. Unlike other suppliers, we're local and provide in-house service from consultation to installation. Try it first at PlayN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
Welcome back here to Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, as the PA announcer here is introducing both teams' starting lineups as we are just moments away from tip-off here. And Dan, I don't know what else to say. It'll be a good defensive battle, which seems to be a low-scoring game. Like you said last year, Fort Atkinson only allowing 43 points a game, and Mount Horeb will be missing their leading scorers last year, Mike Holm, and that would be very impactful, I believe. But this Mount Horeb Vikings team, like I said earlier, looks to be ready for the challenge, and they're going to need to step up today if they hope to come away with the W, because this is a very talented Blackhawk team, as we saw during practice today.
Like you were saying, one of the famous things in sports is next man up. So some of the juniors this year got to fill in the role of the seniors that we lost last year.
Absolutely they do. As the starting lineups for the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks are read here. We have 6'1" senior Nathan Schultz. Number 2, number 13, Josh Byru. I'm sorry, I butchered that last name. He's a 6'2" senior. Also, we have Jesse Cutts, a 6'5" senior who the Vikings will have to look out for. Using that superior size down low in the post might be a potential problem for the Vikings. And finally, number 32, Alex Hollis, 6'4" senior. So, Dan, you ready for this season tip-off here?
I'm definitely ready. It's great to have basketball back.
Yeah, it is. This has just got the feeling of two teams that are destined down the road for the playoffs, as Jason Larson is ready for the tip, and it is controlled by Fort Atkinson. O'Brien. Pass to Schultz. Down to Hall. Back over to O'Brien driving, and Dustin Zenz poking away. They have numbers. Down to Farnsworth. Farnsworth driving and up and in early. 2 points for the Vikings. Good job in transition there from Zenz to Farnsworth. Back down the field. Hall. Hall bounce pass to Schultz. Schultz gets it in to Cuts, and he lays it up short. Put back to Schultz. Bad rebound by the Vikings there as Cuts has the ball. He's driving. And Bailu bounce pass into Schultz, which is deflected by Bryce Farnsworth. So far, good defensive play there, Dan.
Great defensive play, as you were saying. Only about a minute into this young season.
Poots looks to inbound, gets it in. Down low to Schultz. Got nowhere to go. Bailu up, short, and rebounded by Dustin Zenz. Looking to push pace here. Gets it out to Bryce Farnsworth. Back to Zenz. Orders Larson across and gets it to Nortman. Passes to Farnsworth, looking for the offense to get set against this talented Blackhawk defense. Zenz thought of a three, gets it down low into Larson, and up just short. Good pass by Zenz as Schultz takes it up the field, the court, thinking of football, and gets it over to Cuts. Cuts looking, just trying to get set here. As Schultz gets it knocked away by Travis Classy down on the deck and gets it to Gunnar Norman. Oh, it's 3-on-0. And Jason Larson looked like he was a dunk. It just came up a little short and laid it in. 4-0 Vikings. Good start by the Vikings here as Schultz takes it across the field over a Dustin Zenz turnover. Great job by the Vikings offensively. Schultz heavily guarded by Zenz. Up in athletic play. Wasn't good. Vikings have numbers. But closing in is Bailu, and good job by Jason Larson getting in a 6-0 run, and the Blackhawks have no other choice but to call a timeout. This Mount Horeb Vikings team has been coming off, firing on all cylinders at Dan.
Just like I was saying, one of the keys to the game, Mount Horeb really excelling in the transition game. All 6 points in the first approximately 2 minutes have came off of easy layups or near dunks.
Yeah, near dunks. Larson had an inch away potentially of a dunk there, but defender came in very quick, and Bailu, I should say, had the best chance at knocking it away, but Larson took it to the basket.
Really showing off his strength there. Larson only standing at 6'3", which really showing off his vertical in this young season.
Absolutely, he is. And that's a very important aspect we pointed out in the beginning of the game, the Vikings needing to utilize that smaller average size to this Blackhawk team that has 2 6'5" players on it, one a starter, one on the bench. So we know that they have depth. Whether or not the Vikings can match up to it as they get set to get out of this timeout here. And Blackhawk just looking for answers. It's early in the game, but they're down in a 6-0 hole as Cuts looks to inbound it to O'Brien, O'Brien will take it.
16:06 left in the first.
As Dustin Zenz guarding O'Brien down the court. Trap, no, got nothing, and thrown it out of bounds. So it'll be Mount Horeb Vikings ball. Great defense there by Dustin Zenz. Jason Larson inbounds it to Gunnar Nortman. He'll take it across the field. I keep saying field. He'll take it across the court as they'll pass it to Bryce Farnsworth, looking way off of the three-point line. Dustin Zenz faked the three. He thought about it, could have had it. Bryce Farnsworth will take a deep three and nail it. 3 points for the Vikings. Great job utilizing this outside perimeter by the Vikings as Dustin Zenz almost poked it away from O'Brien again. Gets it to Cuts, over to Schultz. Schultz looks to drive on Classy, up and out, but a foul on Classy. Nathan Schultz will go to the free throw line. Unfortunately, a foul there on the Vikings by Travis Classy, and that'll get the Blackhawks on the board with a made free throw by Schultz. Out of the game, into the game, Tyler Kruba and Owen Ziegler for Dustin Zenz and Travis Classy, two players who we expect to be important bench players this year for the Vikings. Schultz gets ready for the second free throw. And it is bounced off the rim. Norman goes up with one hand and grabs it down. Farnsworth looking to push. Gets it to Classy. Driving. Almost got it knocked away. Gets it back. Gets it to Nortman and deflected. Larson has it. Looks. Jacks up a three and nails it. Jason Larson from out range. As Schultz looks to drive. Nowhere to go. Bounce pass to Hall. Hall heavily guarded by, toughly guarded by Farnsworth. O'Brien. Oh, wide open three for Schultz, and he nails it. Vikings a little slow there on defense, but nevertheless pushing it down court. Here's Nortman. Strong drive to the hole and just short. Oh, good rebound by Classy. Farnsworth gets it back. Ziegler jacks it up for three, and off the rim. Dan Lynn's over here, getting excited here, and Mount Horeb Vikings turn it over. Farnsworth trying to save it. O'Brien running down the court, but he had to look into the eyes of that Mount Horeb defense. Big number 32, Hall, gets it out to Bailu, who gets it back to Cuts, and a foul down low in the post by Owens. Oh, excuse me, a offensive foul. A travel, excuse me. Sorry, folks, I didn't quite catch that. Excuse me, folks, as Ziegler passes it to Larson, looking, he's going to drive, passes it out to Ziegler, looking to get Ziegler open for three, knowing that he's a deep three threat. Farnsworth takes a three, and oh, he comes up short. A little unusual for Bryce. Looked like he didn't have very good setting. Coach Nessa not exactly happy about that shot selection, knowing that Bryce can make that. And Charlie Fish subbing in for Gunnar Nortman, a very talented sophomore, subbing in for an extremely talented junior. As O'Brien takes it up the court, Ziegler guarding him toughly, not allowing anything. Ziegler trapped, stolen by Jason Larson. O'Brien coming down on it, Schultz, and he knocks it out of bounds. What a great hustle play. That's something a coach always wants to see, a hustle play by your defense. As number 25, Wixom, comes in for O'Brien. And he'll be guarding the inbounds on Owen Ziegler. Looks to get it to Charlie Fish. Got to get it in soon. Just throws it up to Bryce Farnsworth, looking to get the offense set. Gets it out to Charlie Fish, looking to get the offense set. Got him open. Travis Classy thought better than to shoot that in coverage. Charlie Fish just trying to get the offense set up. Gives it out to Bryce Farnsworth. Thought about a three. Could have taken it. Owen Ziegler, they're playing him very tightly over the three-point line. Bryce Farnsworth wide open. Takes a shot and buries it. A little toilet bowl swish there for Bryce Farnsworth. And the lead is 15-4 Vikings. Foden turned it over. Charlie Fish comes in with the ball, looking to press it. Got a wide open Bryce Farnsworth, maybe a little late, and a turnover for the Vikings. Had him wide open, just saw him a little late, and Stuart Woolley looking to check in as Tyler Kruba deflects a pass. And Stuart Woolley and Dustin Zenz look to check in for Jason Larson and Bryce Farnsworth. So I had to count it out loud here, folks. But looks to be one junior, two juniors, two sophomores, and one senior out on the court for the Vikings. So a young team here. Pass to Cuts. Cuts looking to drive on Classy. Having nothing of that. Zenz looking to come up for it, fighting for it. Gets down with it. Gets it to the roller. Gets it to Classy, who will put it up and in. Great play there. Heads up, hands up play by the Vikings defense. Cuts looking to take it on Classy. Classy, good defense by the Vikings so far. Schultz on Fish, looking, just trying to get that defense set up. Gets it into Bailu, and foul before the shot. But nevertheless picked up on Stuart Roller, I believe. Horeb defense. Travis Classy just trying to stay straight up. Got a run wide open in Schultz, and he just comes up short. Good rebound by Stuart Ward. Out to Dustin Zenzu, looking to push it. Gets it out to Dustin Zenzu. Going to take a shot, and he's going to nail it. 3-point by the Vikings. Fort Atkinson has to take a full timeout, and we will as well. The score 20-4. Your Vikings. Don't tune away, folks. We got a good one here.
Focused Dog Training provides comprehensive, lasting dog training for families. We offer a suite of high-touch training services that allow us to tailor our approach to your specific needs and produce results regardless of your dog's age, breed, and prior training history. We stand behind our training methods and guarantee that Focused Dog Training will be your trainer for life. Call us at 855-636-2873 or visit FocusedDogTraining.com to learn more about your free in-home consultation. Focused Dog Training, focused on helping families one dog at a time.
Find all previous stats, replays of past games, and weekly podcasts covering all Vikings athletic action by going to WiscoRadio.com and clicking under the Archives podcast tab.
Welcome back here, folks, to Wisco Radio here in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. And one thing I forgot to mention, today is November 28th, and I'm sure not many of you people are wondering, well, what the heck is Will talking about? What's the significance of November 28th? Well, it's the birthday of my father, so happy birthday, Dad.
20-4.
As Wixom will take it up the court, Stuart Roller tightly guarding him, gets it out to number 23, Vandermoss. Down to 13, Bailu takes a shot and a three, and it is good. Dustin Zenz looking to quick get it in to Charlie Fish. Charlie Fish looking to press. Got numbers, but came up short. Oh, Dustin Zenz wide open. Just short off the back rim. Malik Winston checked in. By the way, a strong running back for the Vikings, so we look to be playing with that football mentality. Schultz double clutched it and came up short. Zenz looking to push. Again, doesn't have numbers, but he'll take it anyway. And gets it out to Ziegler. Fish gonna take a three and over the backboard and in. If only that would have counted. But nevertheless, a good shot, and Wilson will look to inbound it here to Schultz. Right now, this Fort Atkinson Blackhawk team just can't buy a basket over this relentless Mount Horeb defense. And they look to have a turnover here, but they can't come up with it as Wixom has it, and they get it up with, number 1, Jordan Fulden, the 6'2" junior. The foul is on number 20, Owen Ziegler, his second. So they look to be checking him out. They don't want to have too many fouls, as the free throw is up by Fulden, and it is no good. 1 out of 2, though, off of a shooting foul. Welcome back, Dan. You're helping us with our technical difficulties. I'm glad you're here because God knows I don't know anything about it.
You and me both. Neither of us are very technical people.
As the second free throw by Fulden is no good. Charlie Fish looking to push and just a little strong as they go off the rim. And Schultz doesn't have numbers, but he'll take it anyway and gets it out to Wixom. Wixom pass over to Bailu, and that shot, three-point shot, is good. Lowering the margin to 10 points, 20-10, Vikings. Fish looking, Jason Larson back on the baseline. What a great cut, pass out to Owen Ziegler, and a push-off foul by Fort Atkinson. I didn't see it. We looked at 3 subs. Bryce Farnsworth, Travis Classy, and Garrett Nortman back into the game for Malik Winston, Charlie Fish, and Owen Ziegler. Score is 20-10 Vikings with 10:40 left in the first half. Norton just looking to get this offense set. Zen's down low in the post. Not a post player, but he'll skip it over to Larson, who's dribbling. A swing pass. Farnsworth looks for a three. Classy gets it out to Larson. Ooh, good pump fake. To trap Norman. Driving strong to the hole. Blocked by Bailu. Double teamed. Has to get it out to Zenz. Jack had a three, but he elects to get it down to a foul, a push off, they say. Dan, what did you think about that one?
I didn't see it. Absolutely no idea.
Well, I didn't see it as well, so I guess we're both at a loss. Bryce Farnsworth looking to get it in, and he'll just lob it up to Gunn. Gets it back to Farnsworth. Add a three, gets it down low to Classy. He'll go up strong to the hole.
Classy missed the layup/footer. It was still a great.
Into Wixom. Wixom, pretty tall point guard, I think. And over to a new entry, Van Moss gets it down low to Schultz. Schultz looking to go up strong, and he traveled. Turnover, Blackhawks, Mount Horeb ball. Then the story of the day right now so far is The Blackhawks have multiple travel calls here. If they want to clean anything up to get back into this game, I mean, it's only a 10-point game. They're going to need to stop traveling.
Never a good idea to take more than 2 steps because, well, obviously it's a turnover, and that will just increase the deficit if the Vikings can score off of it.
Nortman gets it back in. Passes out to Larson. Nothing doing so far. This Blackhawk defense playing zone defense here. Classy looks to get it down low. Bad pass. Deflected off of, not deflected, just a little out of reach for Bryce Farnsworth. And Wixom will look to get it in to O'Brien. Freshly checked back in. O'Brien will take it up the court. Guarded by Zenz. Playing that half-court defense, not allowing anything here. Gets it out to Van Dumas. Bailu got to Loden, excuse me. Pass over to Mick Wixom. Back to Van Dumas. Down to Bailu. Looked at O'Brien. Had an open three-point shot. He's a three-point shooter. Down to Van Dumas. Pass over to O'Brien. Look, stop. Oh, almost traveled there. Gets it back to Moss. Nothing there. Gets it down low to Fold and too strong. Back up O'Brien. Wide open shot and almost and one there. So O'Brien will be at the line. Foul on Travis Classy there. Mount Horeb defense was playing pretty well there until they gave up the foul there, Dan.
Great defense, but it was also a fantastic pump fake to get the defender in the area and then draw the foul.
Absolutely, that it was. And O'Brien's first free throw, is good. Well, folks, you'll have to stay with me here. I'm still kind of in the football talk, seeing as our season recently ended here. But I hope you can forgive me here as O'Brien gets set for his second free throw here. Coach Nessheim talking to his team on the sideline, saying they need to shut down these turnovers here as O'Brien makes number two out of 2 as Larson gets it into Zenz, looking like they're going to get this zone defense back on. Gets it over to Norton and Classy over in the corner. Gets it down to a cutting Bryce Farnsworth. Doesn't have numbers. Out to Zenz. Ooh, they had him open for a quick second. Larson jacks up, Norman jacks up a 3 and Farnsworth, over the back call on, was it over the back call, Dan? Or?
I saw the foul, I just didn't see the call, so I am not sure, to be completely honest with you.
Oh, it's a foul called on Wixom. On Braden Wixom. His first foul, and they inbound it to Jason Larson. Gunnar Norman going up strong down in the post. Not a favorable matchup there against the 6'3" junior in Wixom. Wixom out at range, takes up a 3, and he'll nail it. Cuts the lead down to 15 here. Cuts the lead down to 5, 20 to 15. The Vikings couldn't buy a basket in this late couple minutes as the Vikings will take a timeout. Dan, there's stuff that the Vikings here need to clean up here, but overall the first 7 minutes or so have been a pretty decent start for the Vikings until it led up to this little run here by Blackhawk.
Pretty fast-paced game. Great job. Again, I'm going to say this a lot probably, but great job running the fast break, getting the ball to the open man. But like you were saying, can't buy a bucket, and the Blackhawks are on a 7-0 run.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a difference between very good defense and very good offense. Both are ideal for both teams, but one helps you just a little bit more than the other, and the Blackhawks are playing very good defenses. Norman, good, strong to the hole. As Farnsworth will jack up a 3, and he will, back off the back iron, and good rebound by Travis Classy out to Larson as, bad pass by Zenz up in the air, and down to O'Brien. O'Brien looking to slow down the pace. Full then gets it out to Wixom, down to Moss. O'Brien down in the post, looking to size up Dustin Zenz. Had him a little bit, gets it out to Wixom. Folded, blocked by Bryce Farnsworth. Great block and patience here. Nortman out on cuts, get over to Wixom. Look at O'Brien, over to Moss. Down low and stolen away by Bryce Farnsworth. I had those sound effects, folks, because it was just in the air for that long. And looking to steal it was Wixom as Dustin Zenz is open. Drive strong to the hole. Floater is up off the back iron. No good. Rebound, Gunnar Nortman. Oh, Jason Larson is wide open. Jacks up a three, and he nails it, ending that streak from a 7-0 run, as Dan said. 23-15 Vikings.
Kind of like we were saying in the pregame, team loaded of shooters with many great shooters.
Almost a travel there. As Zenz gets the deflection off, gets it over to Larson, gets it out to Classy. Little quick pace. Vikings might need to slow it down. Oh, almost. Jason Larson, nice drive, but a shooting foul, so he'll have 2 free throws.
Another thing I was saying as a key to the game, I probably said this in the pregame, so I'm sorry folks if I said it. Another key to a game to winning is free throws, and a lot of games, as my dad says, hi Dad, come down to free throws.
Absolutely they do. Free throws may only be 1 point, but that point may decide a game, as Jason Larson's first free throw is off the back iron and no good. And that's something Coach Nessheim has talked all off season to me about, that they need to clean up. They need to get their free throws, because like you said, Dan, that could mean a game, as Jason Larson just prepared for his second free throw.
Fellow sophomore of mine, Owen Ziegler, just checked into the game.
I seem to remember you calling him Steph Curry, as Jason Larson's second free throw is good, making him 1 of 2 from the line, as O'Brien gets ready to take it down. O'Brien driving on Dustin Zenz, not giving him any ground, looking to get it to Bailu, but gets it to Schultz down low. Favorable matchup and out of bounds. They say off of the Vikings. I didn't quite see it go off of Owen Ziegler there, but Travis Classy looks to check in for, I don't know who he's checking in for. Checks in for Owen Ziegler, who just got in, so I don't understand that. But nevertheless, Coach Nessheim making the right decision. Gets down to O'Brien, a little lob pass, trying to drive it on Dustin Zenz. Double teamed. Gets it out, wide open. Bailu, shot fake, and Cuts looks to take it. Schultz down to Bailu, looking to go straight up, strong, blocked by Jason Larson, looking to push. Doesn't have numbers, so he slows down. This Vikings offense, not quite the quick pace we've seen over the last couple of years. Gunnar Norman down low in the post, sizing up the defender. Good spin move, up and in.
Beautiful post work by the
Gunnar Norman, the junior over Schonover. He has a really long last name, so I can guarantee I butchered that. As Schultz gets it to Bailu, pass over to Cuts, gets it to O'Brien, back over to Schonover, into Bailu. Bailu gets it out to Schonover, to Schultz, looked for a three, not decided otherwise to do so. Gets it out to Colts, to Bailu. Looking to get into the post here. Vikings not giving anything up. Gets it down. Oh, turnover. Travis Classy doesn't have numbers, but it'll go anyway. Got Jason Larson. Perfect cut over. Oh, good shot, but a little up and under there by Jason Larson, but couldn't get it to go. Nevertheless, he's at the free throw line again, where he's previously made 1 of 2.
One thing I've noticed about this Blackhawks team is they're kind of like the Spurs. They do a great job finding the open man.
Yes, absolutely, and they'll look just like the Spurs. Is a good comparison, Dan. They look to get that three-point shot open just like this Mount Horeb Vikings team does, and Jason Larson's first free throw is good. 27-15 Vikings with 5 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first half. Jason Larson getting ready for his second free throw, and it is up and money. Nothing but net. As Cuts gets it into O'Brien, gets it back to Cuts. Cuts, a very tall 6'5" senior, guarded by the smaller 6'1" Gunnar Nortman. Gets it down low to O'Brien. It looks to be a foul on Dustin Zenz, maybe a reach-in.
Vikings doing a great job responding to a 7-0 run by the Blackhawks with a 8-0 run of their own.
And 2 of those shots, Dan, I believe, were from outside in the perimeter. So, like we said in the pregame, the Vikings' perimeter shots have been going down so far this game. Looking to get the ball in, gets it down to O'Brien. Good shot, fake up and in with the left hand. Great shot by O'Brien.
It looks like Fort Atkinson really practices their fundamentals, like shot fakes and stuff.
Fonzo, deep three, nailed it.
Another kid you just don't want to leave open. Team loaded with shooters.
Absolutely. Schultz looks to press it, trying to answer back with their own three, and airballs it big time. They had a wide open streaking Farnsworth. Larson didn't see him. Gets it out to Zenz, gets it to Farnsworth. Looks like he's feeling it. Oh, just short.
That looked dead on from our angle.
That it did. Schultz looking to drive on Classy. Tough shot. Oh, front rim, no good. Ooh, potential They needed to be careful. They could have gotten a travel there, but nevertheless, Farnsworth will take it up the field. Excuse me, court.
I see what you're thinking still on the football thing. I would be with you if I was announcing football.
Yeah, but you're a little bit smarter than I am, Dan. Ooh, they get it out to Farnsworth. Is he feeling it? That he is. Nails another three. Bryce Farnsworth just feeling it tonight.
Big guy for a high schooler, but he can definitely shoot.
That he can. Gets out to Schonover. Gets to Schultz. To O'Brien. Looking to get it down low to Dixon. Excuse me, to Colts. Up to Schonover. Back to Schultz. Looking for a cutting Bailu. Colts. Looking. Gets it over to Schultz. Three. Highly guarded. No good. Off the rim. Gunnar Nortman looking to press. Has a wide open Bryce Farnsworth. Failed to see him. Looking to cut Travis Classy. To Zenz. To Larson. Looking to get this offense sent back out to Nortman. Skip pass over to Farnsworth. Is he feeling it tonight? Back of iron, no good. Bryce Farnsworth just a little cold as of right now. Maybe a little tired, but as of so far, being lights out from the limb. From the line. Skirmish for the ball, and Gunnar Nortman comes up with it. Oh, they have numbers down. 4 on 2, and Larson will go up. No good. Too strong. Back up in, and Larson. Good job taking the advantage of the 4 on 2.
Although Larson missed the initial shot, got his rebound and followed it back. It was an amazing pass by Nortman.
And that's, as a coach, there's nothing more that you can ask for. Just get your own offensive rebounds, you get defensive rebounds. Let's get past down low into Bailu. Looking to corral it, goes up, but he is fouled. Dustin Zenz looks the foul to be on Dustin Zenz as Ayo Urban, Charlie Fish, Stuart Wohler, and Logan Rasmussen. Sorry, Logan. Don't hit me tomorrow at school for getting your last name wrong, but some fresh legs for the Vikings looking to check in here. The only player left on the court is Travis Classy, the lone senior here on the court.
Fresh legs are an advantage for a team looking to get out and run and outrun the opposing team.
Absolutely. As the indication, I don't know if it was a shooting foul, Dan, but Rickson looks to get the ball in. Urban tightly guarding him. Gets it down low to Bailu, looking to go up in. Tough shot. Stuart Wohler mistimed his jump. Schultz goes up in, and a no shot called. And maybe I didn't quite see the foul there, Dan.
I think it might have been a reach, but don't quote me on it.
Okay. Well, that seems a little bit more sensible than what I would have said, which is nothing. But Schultz for the free throw. First free throw is off the rim, no good. Rebound, Travis Classy gets it out to Charlie Fish and looks to the sideline. Coach Nessheim giving him some words as Logan Rasmussen. Oh, he was open. Ayo Urban looking to drive. A strong driver. Good ball handler. Logan Rasmussen, he's open, and just back iron, no good. Charlie Fish trying to make a decent play, but red ball, they say. Ayo Urban looking to put the ball in. Looks to fake the fake line. Stuart Wohler needs to track the ball down as Charlie Fish grabs it for him. Looking to adjust that offense here.
Charlie Fish, an athletic football player alongside a basketball player. I believe he's a cornerback.
He plays with that football mentality, which will help you fight down low in the post. Where he is right now, Ayo Urban, tough drive. Ooh, Classy's got a wide open lane. Kicks it up to Charlie Fish. He'll take a three and just missed everything. Gets it over to Mixon. Looks in to get it to Schultz. Schultz driving strong. Gets it up to Bailu. Oh, he may have gotten away with the travel there. And Folden gets it out to Schultz. He'll take another three and he'll drain it.
Both teams really flaunting their three-point abilities early on.
Ayo Urban looking to press. Gets it down low to Charlie Fish. Could have been a travel, but rough. Almost got it. Just, it's one of those shots, Dan, that sometimes it'll go out, but most of the time it'll go in. So rough break there for the Vikings. Gets over to Mixon, to Schultz, to Bailu. Bailu, who's been playing fairly well tonight. Gets it out to Folden, to O'Brien, to Mixon, to, Wixom. Gets it back to Wixom, looking to get it to Schultz, but O'Brien's down in the corner to Bailu. Bailu down low to Folden. Deflected by Stuart Wohler and stolen. They have numbers. Logan Rasmussen was streaking wide open. Oh, and he missed it. Was streaking wide open, had a wide open layup, and he missed it. Happens. Don't beat yourself up about that, Logan. Even the pros do that. As a non-shooting foul, a push off against number 22, Charlie Fish. So Biley will be at the free throw line. 5 new players ready for Coach Nessheim. Number 10, Gunnar Nortman. Number 2, Travis Classy. Number 3, Bryce Farnsworth. Number 1, Dustin Zems. And they all have fresh legs, Dan, which could be an important thing here in the closing seconds of the first half.
Most definitely. Charlie Fish's last shot, I don't know if you'll remember this, but Butler against, I believe, Duke in the championship game a few years ago.
Oh, there's not a chance I'll remember that.
Oh. Anyway, Gordon Hayward's final shot to beat Duke at the buzzer just rimmed out.
Yeah, I mean, it's like those. I mean, look at Gordon Hayward now. He's a professional player, and even pros miss those shots, so don't beat yourself up by those. As Larson looking to just take the time down, gets it out to Nortman, toughly guarded by Folden. Looking to skip past it. They might want to go for a 3-point shot here. Bryce Farnsworth has been amazing from outside of the arc so far tonight. Nortman looking to drive, and he'll bring it back out, get it out to Larson. 13 seconds left of the first half, 36-20 Vikings. The Vikings will have to get a shot up here. They don't want to come up empty-handed late in the first half. Bryce Farnsworth will jack the 3 up and off the rim, no good. Looking to push, O'Brien heave, and no good, off of the backboard.
I know it's definitely a lot closer now to Ben if I was taking that shot from about three-quarters court.
So a decent start here for the Mount Horeb Vikings, up 16, 36-20 is your first half score. We'll take a quick break here and be back with your first half analysis. You've been listening to Wisco Radio.
The GrandStay Hotel and Suites is a brand new hotel in Mount Horeb. The GrandStay caters to businesses and leisure travelers and is ideal for individuals and families. In a convenient location near Madison, GrandStay is also a great option for guests visiting neighboring Barneveld or Epic Systems in Verona. We offer clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, an indoor pool, hot tub, and a 24 Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kilson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools and are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kilson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game. Go Vikings! Now it's time to get back to the Vikings athletic action, brought to you live.
Welcome back here to Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, as your Mount Horeb Vikings lead the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks 36-20. And Dan, the Vikings came off to a quick start, up 20-0, and then, and not 20-0. I'm being silly here. 20-7.
So that sounds about right. That's a little more like it.
And then the Blackhawks went on a 7-0 run and answered that, got the lead down to 5. But then the Vikings just had more answers in the answers in the name of Bryce Farnsworth and Jason Larson and Dustin Zenz with those 3-point shots from outside the arc, Dan. So far the story of the game has been the perimeter shooting. not only has perimeter shooting been important for the Vikings, I should change, Dan. Dan looked at me and thought I was crazy for saying that, but defense is important, and those transition plays that the Vikings had really helped them get to this.
I'll scoot this over there. Yeah, just kind of toss that over there.
Sorry, folks, if we keep cutting out on you. We've had some technical difficulties up here in the booth. But I keep forgetting my train of thought here, Dan, which tends to happen with me, because seeing as I potentially could be a little crazy, but no, I'm just kidding, I'm not crazy. But the Vikings' main keys to their lead, their 16-point lead right now, has been their three-point shooting, their defense, and their ability to score in transition.
Vikings are fulfilling just about every key to the game that we had. Good three-point shooting, great transition offense, and pretty solid free throw shooting.
And before the game, Dan and I looked around all these papers, the Mount Horeb Mail and all these stats we've seen online here to see the projections for the Mount Horeb Vikings this year, and they were projected to finish second in our division.
Wanakee in first, which they're always a tough out.
Wanakee has been a thorn in Mount Horeb's side in about every single thing I think possible, whether it's extreme chess to basketball.
Is extreme chess a sport?
I don't know, I just made it up, so it should be. I don't know, I'll have to invent it one day, Dan, but like I said, the Mount Horeb Vikings are picked to finish second in their division, which is not what a lot of people would have thought, seeing as losing so much talent and their leading scorers of the season, but returning this much talent that they have. It doesn't come as a surprise to you and me, because we obviously think very highly of this team, but does this surprise you that the Vikings are number 2 here?
Kind of, actually. I thought they might finish like 3rd or 4th, they were projected, because Wanakee is pretty much always guaranteed to be in first.
Yes.
It kind of surprised me because we have such a young team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Only 2 seniors and one that is a starter, I believe, right?
Yes, that is Travis Classy. Number 2, Travis Classy, and Tyler Kruba are the only seniors left on this team. 2 players who have been on extensive playoff runs have Classy and Kruba. They also know a lot about playing football, Dan, as both of them are very talented wide receivers, and they play with that kind of football mentality here, and that's showing to be dividends here, Dan, because so far the stronger team has won. And I mean, there's not much more to say to that. When we come back, we should just a little bit. Looks to be they'll add more time to the clock, but we should be back with just a little time before the second half. You've been listening to Wisco Radio. Don't tune out, folks. We got another good one for you. We'll be right back.
On the news, in the paper, or on the web, it seems we are always hearing about the incredible things 3D printing can do. And it's true. Every day, amazing things are 3D printed at Midwest Prototyping. Since 2001, Midwest Prototyping has been creating world-class parts and prototypes for companies across the country, all from right here in Wisconsin. Midwest Prototyping is proud to support Mount Horeb Athletics. Go Vikings!
You are listening to the Mount Horeb Vikings on Wisco Radio. Take their final toll as the time draws near for the deck on haunted house. The wind shall draw many on Saturday the 28th from 5:30 to 8:30 with 2 worlds to see, 1 mild and 1 intense. Entry for the mild is $3 and intense is $5. Venture at your own risk.
When the stadium lights come on, it's time for Mount Horeb Bonneville football, and that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Bonneville football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town
Sorry folks, we keep having more technical difficulties. It is probably about my bad luck charm here as the Vikings will get the ball to start the second half. Sends bad pass, slipped over the hands of Bryce Farnsworth. Not a good start of the second half for the Vikings. And Dan, what are you thinking about keys for this second half of the Vikings to potentially pull away?
Just about the same keys that I had to the first half: free throw shooting, transition and free throw shooting and 3-point shooting.
That sounds like a good plan to me. As Larson will get the ball into Zenz. Zenz gets it out to Classy. Classy skips it over to Nortman, who just a little short. Rebound to Schultz. Schultz looking to push. Doesn't have numbers, but it looks like he'll go anyway. Gets it out to Colts. Colts looking to drive. Strong drive. Little jumper. Back iron. And it'll float in. 2 points. Good for Colts as the Vikings quick get it into Farnsworth. Down to Nortman. Down to Larson. Ooh, good drive down the baseline. Farnsworth faked the 3. Looking to drive. Gets it out to Larson. Larson looked at the 3. Thought it. Grabbing a little off with Classy. Nortman gets it down to Zenz. Zenz doesn't have a size advantage. He'll kick it out to Larson. He'll jack up a 3 and hit it short. Looking to get the offensive rebound out of the Vikings, but Colts gets it out to Biley, and they'll kick it out to O'Brien, who will knock down the 3. The lead is now 11 for the Vikings as Zenz will take it up. Gets it out to Farnsworth. The money man of the night. Farnsworth kicking it out to Classy. Gets it to Zenz. Zenz kicks it out to Larson. Drive. Strong drive out to Farnsworth. Thought about the 3. Had Biley on him. Drive strong. Kicks it out to Classy. Classy will get it back down to Nortman. Nortman. Quick pass over. Farnsworth open. He'll jack that 3 up. That's his spot, and he makes it. Good 3 for Bryce Farnsworth. Man, he is feeling it tonight. 39-25 Vikings as O'Brien gets it over to Colts. Colts looking to drive on Nortman. Nortman not allowing anything. Gets it over to O'Brien. O'Brien down low in the post against Destin Zenz. Got a height advantage over there. Good spin move and foul on Destin Zenz. So that'll be 2 free throw shots for O'Brien.
Blackhawks have their leading scorer back, and he's showing why he can be a leading scorer with really good post moves, and showing us some shooting. Say that 5 times fast, Will. In the first half.
I will not say that 5 times fast because I can't. But Dan, you're right about that. I mean, if something not broke, don't fix it. If that's the old saying. And he's been playing pretty well as he misses the free throw. So man, my bad luck is just rubbing off of anybody today. And O'Brien looks to be set for his second free throw. Take the dribbles. And yeah, like you said, Dan, this leading scorer, without him, they might not even be in the game as he makes the second free throw. Nothing but net. Farnsworth gets it into the three-point maniac. Owen Ziegler gets it down to Travis Classy. A strong drive. Kicks it out to Owen Ziegler. Going to jack up a 3, and he'll nail it. Dan, would you have the honors? Oh, no, he doesn't want to have the honors. He's trying to fix. Dan, the technical man of the day, trying to save my butt. Colts looks to get it out as Schultz looking to drive. Tough floater, and he'll nail it. Right over Travis Classy. So a difficult shot. Gets it into Ziegler. Ziegler gives it back to Farnsworth. Farnsworth looking to put some pressure on this Blackhawk team. Larson, high pass, skips it over to Ziegler. Good job just getting it in bounds. Classy, tough drive. Floater up, no good. Tap out off of Larson. They'll say Blackhawk ball. Colts looking to get it into Schultz. And right now the Vikings have a couple baskets, but Blackhawks responding pretty well. Gets it into Schultz. Schultz giving orders to Colts, actually. Taking the ball across the floor. A little 6'5" point guard action here. Good crossover here. Gets it out to Biley. And he'll strong drive. That's a charge all day as Travis Classy takes it to the deck. Showing off that strength that we know he has from that being a strong football player. Larson looking to inbound it here to Ziegler. A deep 3-point threat here for the Vikings as he'll dribble it up the court. Vikings lead 42-28 here with 14:45 left in the second half. Get it over to Farnsworth, ordering Nortman to get down low in the post. Farnsworth looking to drive strong. Pass deflected off of Colts. And he kicks it. They say off of Farnsworth. Oh, boy. And if they had instant replay, Dan, they may have overturned that. But nevertheless, Blackhawk ball. Mount Horeb with 16-point lead. I don't want to. My mom will be mad at me if I don't know that mental math in my head. So I'm going to have to figure that out for later. But
14-point lead.
There we go.
You were close, Will.
I said that. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Never mind. As O'Brien will get it in. And Colts in the corner gets it out to Hall. Hall, a big threat down low in the post with his big body. Had a mismatch with Owen Ziegler. Bryce Farnsworth on O'Brien. O'Brien now guarded by Nortman. Look to be jack of three. Schultz gets it down low into Colts. Spin move up and in. Over Travis Classy. Double guarded by Bryce Farnsworth and Travis Classy. Good shot there by Colts. Bryce Farnsworth feeling it tonight, and he'll just rim it off. Travis Classy looking to knock it off of Colts here. Gets it down to Hall, to O'Brien. And what a block by Travis Classy. Not having any of that. Stuart Waller will check in here for Bryce Farnsworth here. Stuart Waller kind of brings back that fast-paced offense, Dan, with his push down the court. Gets it into Colts. Colts thought about a 3, and there'll be a push-off. Offensive foul, Vikings ball. Illegal illegal block, I should say. Vikings ball. Classy looked to inbound it to the sophomore, Owen Ziegler. Gets it out to Wohler. To Larson, looking to drive strong, kicks it out to Nortman. Strong drive to the hole, lays it up, no good. Rebound by Schultz. Looked to a step out of bounds there. Refs didn't catch it. Timeout. Technical foul. Technical foul on Fort Atkinson is the call. Dan, I'm completely confused at what's happening right now.
I'm right alongside, but a technical foul is something you rarely ever see in high school basketball. I don't remember time last year I saw a technical foul, so this could very well be a first for me.
The technical is called on Gunnar Nortman, and when I saw the T, Dan, I thought of maybe timeout for football. Now I'm all confused. As the field goal, oh my God. I'm on football talk here, Dan, as the free throw is out for Bailu. Second free throw is up and good.
If I'm not mistaken, on a technical, it is
Two
free throws on the ball.
And the possession.
Yep.
You are correct, Dan. So technical foul called on Gunnar Nortman, and he will be taken out of the game. For Tyler Kruba will be his replacement. 13 minutes and 33 seconds left in the second half of the game. 42-31 Vikings. Looking to keep. Oh, Travis Classy, great pass. Oh, they have numbers. Get it up to Owen Ziegler. Oh, fake. Oh, and he's blocked by Bailu. Had numbers. Oh, what a block by Travis Classy, but good patience there by Schultz to lay it up and in. It'll lower the lead down to 9. Vikings playing with that small margin here. Kicks it out to Ziegler. Looking to change anything. Oh, Larson had a mismatch. Good drive to the hole and a missed dunk. Oh, he looked to have that one. Schultz, is he feeling it? Mixon gets it down low to Colts. Colts up and in. And Coach Nessheim might need to call a timeout here, and he will, to give his players a break. And ooh, Dan, I thought we had a dunk going on there with Jason Larson had a nice lane, just got denied by the rim. And like I said, all these mistakes happen to the pros, and it's nothing to beat yourself about. We know that Jason Larson's a very athletic junior, and we know he can hammer that down. Just maybe a sense of urgency here for the Vikings.
I did not see the dunk because yours truly was working on the technical side of things.
And we thank you for that, Dan.
Anytime, Will, anytime.
But, yeah, like I said earlier, Coach Nessheim needed to call a timeout, just get everything situated with the Vikings. And what a good, I would say a well-spent timeout. He needed his team to get a break there. And as Malik Winston, the junior, number 4, is subbed in for Bryce Farnsworth, I believe. So they're going with a relatively small lineup here. Tallest players being Stuart Wohler and Travis Classy, both, I think, listed at 6'2". Yep. Both 6'2". So the relatively small lineup as Classy look to take it across the court. See, I got it right there, Dan. Travis, good 3 by Ziegler to end that run there. Good rebound by Kruba. Gets it back out to Ziegler. Ziegler needs just to get this offense set. Gets it out to Winston. Winston, a running back, so he can play with that football mentality. Quick pitch out to Ziegler. Spin move. Gets it down low to Stuart Wohler. He'll have to kick it out. Tough defense by the Blackhawks. Stuart Wohler going to jack up a 3, and he'll miss it just short off of the iron. Well, tipped up. Get down by Folden. And Wixom looked to push. And he had a size matchup. Schultz will jack up a 3, and he'll front iron, no good. Outlet pass to Travis Classy, and he'll get double teamed. Out to Tyler Kruba, down low for Stuart Wohler. Double teamed by Folden and Colts. Stuart Wohler, good drive. Malik Winston deflected a little bit, gets the ball back to himself, and look to just set the offense. He'll drive, strong to the hole, kicks it out to Owen Ziegler. Fake the 3, drives, floater is short, no good. Fight for the ball by Stuart Wohler and Folden. Blackhawk ball. The Mount Horeb Vikings 7-point lead. Good offense and defensive possessions there by both teams, but just better defense by the Blackhawks.
Will, I'm all ready up here to just say Owen, Stephen Curry, Ziegler for 3, and he hasn't gotten a shot off, and he's coming off now.
We know he's going to be ready for that, and once he gets it through the net, that's all it takes for a player of his skill. Stuart Wohler is going to check out of the game, and his sub is Jason Larson. So to get that size back in there, Coach Ness maybe heard me up here. I mean, why not? I'm a pretty intelligent person myself. As it'll be Blackhawk ball, as Colts will look to get it into Wixom. Wixom will take it up the court. Wixom, back to Colts. Wixom down to Mouse. Maybe juggle the ball there. Gets it down to Colts, and he'll have an and one opportunity here. Just a bad chain of events here for the Vikings. They need to clean up play here because it's a 5-point lead here in the blink of an eye, and Coach Nessheim will get get the size back here with Bryce Farnsworth taking out Malik Winston, that bull running back kind of point guard we have here. And Colts will be at the free throw line, trying to complete a 3-point play here, and he does. Cuts the lead down to 4. Bryce Farnsworth will take the ball across the court. Vikings desperate for a basket here. Gets it to Larson, to Classy. Good cut by Farnsworth, has a wide open Kruba, gives it to Fish. Fish looking, has nothing. Oh, good back cut by Larson, and tough foul. What a pass by Charlie Fish.
Beautiful pass.
As Larson, a relatively good free throw shooter, will be at the line for the, like you said, Dan, 2 maybe crucial free throws with 11:05 left in this second half has flown by as Larson's first free throw is off the front and again.
That increases the lead to 5, 43-38 with 11:05 in the game left already.
Good math there, Dan.
Thank you.
Second free throw for Larson is up and good. Money shot there by Jason Larson. Gets it in to O'Brien. O'Brien gets a pick from Fulden. Didn't work out. They went the other way. Mausen double teamed by Classy and Kruba, and he'll travel. Good defense by the Vikings. Blackhawk saying they need a timeout. And official is going to talk it out, seeing if they called a timeout before the travel. And the rule is a timeout before the travel for Fort Atkinson. 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here, Dan. A very tough stretch here for the Vikings. Only 2 points in the last couple minutes, where the Blackhawks have been coming out firing on all the cylinders. And the Vikings haven't done much to slow them down so far, as the Mount Horeb, Blackhawk cheerleader team trying to get their student section into it, and they look like they're doing a pretty good job because they're bobbing up and down to the jams, as these kids would say these days.
Assuming let's just say the Vikings only win by 2, those 2 Jason Larson free throws are the difference between a 2-point win and the game going to overtime and maybe losing.
Absolutely, Dan. Like you said many times, free throws can mean a game. O'Brien guarded by Kruba. Kruba, tight defense, picked up his dribble here. Wixom, guarded by Charlie Fish, has a height advantage. Gets it to Colts. O'Brien looked to jack up a 3 over Kruba, decided not to. Double team, but Colts gets it open in. Tough shot, good play by the 6'5" senior in Colts. Farnsworth looking to get it down the court. Classy over to Kruba, to Larson. Ooh, good shot fake, double teamed. Got to get out of there. Kruba, skip pass over to Fish. Larson looking to drive. Ooh, cut off, down. Good defense by the Blackhawks. Kruba gets it to Classy. Good shot, up and in.
Another beautiful pass and on a great backdoor cut by your fellow junior Stuart Roller.
Good pass and finish there.
Oh, wait, my bad. That was Classy, not Stuart Roller. I saw the hair and I thought it was Stuart.
They have the same nice haircut. Their wavy locks here. And, maybe a pick. Oh, yeah. Moving screen there. Called against Colts. That'll be his second, I believe, as Hall and Schultz will check back in for the Blackhawks. The lead only 6 here for the Vikings with 9:51 left, as Zenz will take the ball across the court here, and they look to slow things down here potentially, as Nortman checks back in after his recent technical. So he has to be careful, doesn't want to get thrown out of the game. Larson, as Zenz tough drive. Nortman, spin move, kicks it back out to Zenz. Zenz dribbling. Oh, he's got a mismatch over Hall. Gets it out to Larson. Larson dribbling. Nortman. Zenz kicks it out to Classy. Classy, reach and foul on Schultz. So the Vikings will inbound it here. Dan, that was a pretty decent defensive possession there for the Blackhawks, which ended in a foul.
Schultz was in disbelief of the foul, but I might be a little biased here, but I personally think it's a great call as Farnsworth knocks down yet another three.
And man, is he feeling it tonight, Dan. 6 triples for Bryce Farnsworth tonight.
That would be 18 points just on threes. Just quick math in my head.
Way to go, Dan. So he's got the 18-point mark. Oh, as Hall, they look to do a lob pass up there. Mishandled off of Dustin Zenz, and they say Blackhawk ball. Vikings here with a 9-point lead as Tyler Kruba, looks to check in here for Travis Classy. So they're looking to go a little bit more defensive lineup here. As Josh Bailu gets back in as they want the height advantage. Goes up, quick up, no good. Rebound Nortman. This is where the Vikings need to capitalize and get their points. Ooh, wide open Bryce Farnsworth. Shot fake, good drive. He'll take it up. Nice floater. And off the rim, no good. Tough rebound. Gets it back out to Farnsworth. Is he feeling it tonight? Just a little off. And they call it off of Blackhawk Mount Horeb ball. So, a couple chances for Bryce Farnsworth to break that 20-point mark. 49-40 Vikings, 9-point lead with 8 minutes and 35 seconds left. As Dustin Zenz gets the offense set, Farnsworth calling for a screen as he'll do a baseline cut, looking to get Farnsworth the ball. Gets it down low to Kruba. Nice, tough move and up and in by Kruba.
Both teams really showing off their passing abilities. A lot of players on both sides of the ball have great passing abilities as demonstrated on that last play.
Schultz looking to give his team an answer. Hall going to jack up a three. Ooh, bad shot for him. Not a typical shot you'll see from him as a foul by Nortman. Ooh, that was a tough call. Looked like the ball was already out of his hands as Owen Ziegler is going to check in for Gunnar Nortman.
Maybe now is the time I could get Owen to hit a three so I can say my name that seems to have a good ring on it, but I don't know if you guys will think that.
As Owen Ziegler, he'll check in for Bryce Farnsworth. It surprised me here. Ten-point lead here for the Vikings. 8:02 left as the second free throw is good, narrowing the margin to a 9-point lead. Blackhawk not going to put on the press here. Vikings will look to waste as much time as they possibly can. Tried to get it stolen by O'Brien. Bad pass by Zenz. Oh, good defense as the ball is kicked or off of the leg of O'Brien and back to the Vikings. Good play by Dustin Zenz, recovering after that bad turnover. Norton will get the ball back into Zenz, and Zenz will look to walk it across the court, wasting as much time as possible. They want to milk this clock, gets it down low to Nortman. Nortman just standing, got to be careful, doesn't want to have too much in the lane. Will drive, little Euro step. Kicks it over to Ziegler. Ziegler out to Nortman. Nortman, gonna tough drive, ooh, good crossover. Didn't know who he was passing to. Gets it to Jason Larson. Larson just looking to set the offense. Norman going to jack a three, and it is good.
Generally don't think of Gunnar as a three-point shooter, but then again, really any player can
Gunnar Norman
knock a three.
Silencing this crowd here. Jason Larson just trying to fight off Hall. As Calls answers back with a three, narrowing the margin back to 9. Ziegler will march the ball across the court. Right now, the Vikings are just playing keep-away ball. They don't want to give the Blackhawks a chance to score. Kruba, nice shot fake. Nortman going tough, triple guarded. Hall comes away with it. Ooh, that could have gotten away with a foul called there as O'Brien will get it down to Biley. And a travel called. Good call by the referees here.
Mount Horeb defense really locking down the Blackhawk offense, causing a lot of travels this game. I think there was about 4 or 5 in the first half and 2 or 3 this half.
And the Vikings been known for a solid defense both in football and basketball. That's something both coaches pride themselves on. Dustin Zenz will take the ball up, looking to set the offense. Ziegler and gets it down low to Fish. He'll give it to, looking to skip pass it to Ziegler. He'll jack up a three and he'll just rim out
Zenz looked to go up strong, and he'll have it blocked by Hall. Had a height advantage over Zenz. The 5'11" Zenz gets it over to O'Brien. They need points, and not in a hurry. They have enough time. Get over to Schultz, looking for that three. Tough drive over Charlie Fish. No good. Over the back, or a push call on Bailu.
Boy, I wish you guys could have seen me when Ziegler shot that. I was jumping up and down and getting ready to say it if he would have made it.
There's no bigger fan in the world of Owen Ziegler than our own Dan Linz. As Dustin Zenz will look just to milk that clock. Like I said before, playing keep away. Gets it out to Charlie Fish. Fish waiting. Gets the ball. Ooh, tough collision there with Larson and Wixom. And Calls, excuse me. Pass, shot fake. Ooh, maybe got away with a travel there with a little roll. Hall, screen on Zenz. Little size advantage down there with Hall and Zenz. Bailu up, no good, but a foul. So he'll be at the free throw line shooting 2.
Great pass leading to the foul, and I'm not sure if Bailu is a lefty, but if he is, that was a strong hand he shot with, and if not, that was a great job switching it up midair and shooting with his offhand, which
absolutely, and he
not
also
an easy thing to do.
Yeah, and he got the foul, so he put himself at a chance to get 2 points as the first shot is good.
I guess he is a lefty.
I guess he is a lefty, Dan. You called it. As number 32 Hall a check out for Brandon Wixom, the 6'3" senior. And ooh, the free throw is off. Looks like it'll be Blackhawk ball. So lucky break there for the Blackhawks. Get it down low to Bailu. He has double guarded, nowhere to go, and he just throws it away, looking to get it to Dustin Zenz. He's 1-on-2, and they poke it away from him, but not before it hit a Blackhawk player out of bounds. Mount Horeb ball.
That's one thing coaches always. That's one thing that can earn you more in playing time is hustling back on defense and not allowing an easy score for on the fast break.
Absolutely. Positive numbers for a team on a fast break drives coaches crazy. Takes it out to Zenz. Oh, 3 wide open, and he'll nail that anytime he gets it.
Beautiful pass again.
O'Brien, ball scooped up, timeout called by the Blackhawks. Looks like it'll be a full timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. The score is 57-46 Mount Horeb with 4:57 left. We'll be right back, folks.
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Athletic.
Committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it's for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Located in many locations across southern Wisconsin, be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank at 608-437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back here to Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, as the Blackhawks get a quick bucket there off of the inbounds pass, and a foul called on Schultz, I believe, as that'll set Dustin Zenz at the free throw line with a 9-point lead the Vikings have. And Dan, I don't want to say that the Blackhawks are playing with a sense of urgency because there's a lot of time left here, and they also have one timeout left.
But the free throw is off the rim, no good for Dustin Zenz. And Blackhawk ball, they look to make a comeback here in the hands of O'Brien. Bryan will have Coles make a pick here. Gets it to Bailu. Bailu looking to get it down low in the post to Colts. Colts just looking to get it set. Gets to Wixom. Wixom looking to get it to O'Brien. O'Brien has it. And, ooh, batted away by Dustin Zenz. Hustle play. Gets the ball back. And, ooh, a nice job by Dustin Zenz. What an amazing hustle play.
Like you were saying, Blackhawks aren't necessarily playing with a sense of urgency because it's a 9-point game, which is 3 possessions. So it's not necessarily urgent. It's just you got to do what you got to do and get some buckets.
Absolutely. Enough said there by Dan Linz. And, oh, what do you call that, Dan? You call it a little shoot-us touch?
More or less.
Dustin Zenz looking to go perfect at the line, and he will. 2 of 2 from the line. What a great stroke he has at the free throw line. O'Brien now faced with an 11-point deficit. Need to get some points off of this possession. Colts looking to drive. Ooh, tough shot. Oh, he made it over Larson. Tough shot, but doesn't matter.
I was about to say it's not the shot you necessarily want when you're down 11, but it went in, so I didn't.
I'm sure that the coach would have said the same thing. Larson with the ball gets it over to Farnsworth. The Vikings looking just to play keep away with a 9-point lead with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Farnsworth just dribbling out. He has a size advantage over Schultz. Baseline to Nortman, kicks out to Zenz. Zenz to Larson. Larson with the ball, dribbling over Colts. Ooh, that could have been a reach and foul, and it is. Colts not happy with the call. And foul on number 15. Coots, the 6'5" senior. Shooting 2 is Jason Larson.
This would make it back to an 11-point game.
Yes, it would. If he made it the first one, ooh, little shooter's touch there, as you would say, Dan.
Yes, definitely.
Back to a 10-point lead, 60-50 with 3:23 left in the game. Larson looking to go perfect from the stripe. Good shot, good look, and it was good. Good job by Jason Larson. Vikings money at the free throw line tonight. O'Brien down 11 with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. Got to get some points here. O'Brien against Zenz. Looking to get a pick from Wixom. Wixom gets it down low, deflected by Classy. Classy, Norman reach in potentially, and O'Brien gets it back, gets it out to Schultz. Schultz looking to drive, looking for points, and it is nowhere, but a foul on Classy.
Just from our point of view up here, to me, that looks like it was a clean block.
To me, it looked like a clean block, but I trust the referees made the right call. But what a sequence there. It looked like the Vikings had the ball, and Blackhawks came away with it. Schultz, money. First free throw is money. Schultz got 12 on the night, leading his team. Bryce Farnsworth leading the Vikings with 20 points. Ooh, what a shooter's touch there, Dan. Back to a 9-point lead for the Vikings. Dustin Zenz just looking to get it over the line and just gets it over, gets to Classy. Farnsworth, maybe he's feeling it tonight, want to put this game on ice. Does the Vikings, gets it over to Zenz. Zenz, good hard cut, baseline cut. Beautiful fighting up and in, and good. Good rebound by Nortman, and a foul on the Vikings. Ooh, what a tough sequence right there.
There might have been a little push off. I think that's what the ref was calling, but I honestly did not see it.
Well, Dan, neither did I. But Josh Bailey, Josh Bailu to the free throw line, and his first free throw is good, narrowing that lead to 8 with 2:37 left. Vikings 8-point lead here, looking to putting it to 7, and he does it. Excuse me, folks. Zenz, now they put on full court pressure here. Gets it over to Larson. Vikings just playing keep away here. They've got 2 minutes and 27 seconds to work with, but you never know what can happen.
Looking to send a double team.
Zenz double team trapped. Gets it over to Farnsworth. Farnsworth almost lost the ball. Gets it to Zenz. Zenz gets it to Nortman. They're just playing keep away. They need to foul Nortman, and they do. Foul. And that'll send Nortman to the line.
See if he can be a clutch free throw shooter.
And Dan, you preached at the beginning of the game that the Vikings need to make their free throws at the line tonight, and so far they have. Don't want to curse Nortman right now. And he's money in the first one. Well, like you said, free throws are keys to the game. Whatever level you're at, high school, collegiate, and professional, free throws can mean the win. It can mean the win or the loss.
Any game under like a 5-point game could be determined by free throws.
Nortman is money at the free throw line. Back to a 9-point lead for the Vikings with just over 2 minutes left in the game. Ooh, Larson almost poked it away from Wixom. Wixom gets it over to Schultz. Schultz going to jack up a three, and it is no good. Off, and Culls gets it back. Wixom going to try it again, and he's off again. Gets it to Nortman. Nortman double teamed. Got to get it out of the hand. They call a timeout by Coach Nessheim. 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep it here. With 1 minute and 51 seconds left, the Vikings look just to get some more points on the board and potentially ice this. Dan?
I don't want to say a 9-point game with a little under 2 minutes is an easy win because anything can happen.
Absolutely, anything can happen. I mean, look at that couple years ago, that Northern Iowa versus Texas A&M. They were down, was it 12 points, and came back to win that game in overtime. So, like you said, nothing's impossible. 3-possession
game, 3 threes, and we got ourselves a tie game and a great finish.
Absolutely.
Got to get some points in this possession if you're Mount Horeb.
Yeah, you got to get points on this possession to potentially put this out of reach for the Blackhawks. Fort Atkinson Blackhawk fans looking to get them into this game. They need to energize their fans. Ooh, they have a home run pass to Jason Larson. Is he going to? Good finish. We thought he was going to get a slamma-jamma moment here, but he decided otherwise and laid it up and in.
Thought he might have channeled his inner.
Oh, nice poke away by Gunnar Nortman, and unfortunately went out. It'll be Blackhawk ball. What were you saying, Dan?
Thought he might channel his inner Mitch Ryan last year. If you don't remember, he dunked in a game.
I remember that. I remember that quite well.
On a fast break, he just threw it down.
Good. I don't want to ever say that there's a foul, a good foul, but right there was a good decision to foul by Dustin Zenz, putting O'Brien at the line, making him earn his points as number 23. James D. Vandermoss will check in. He's a 3-point shooter, looking to get points quick on the board. Wouldn't be surprised here if they intentionally miss the ball, miss it, but they make it. I say that, Dan, because they want to get quick points on the board, and sometimes 1 point isn't enough. With a 10-point lead with 1:38 left, we assume that they're going to be doing full court press here against the Vikings.
Probably look to trap in the corner if the ball goes to the corner, which is something you don't want if you're Mount Horeb.
Absolutely. They've struggled so far with a trap in the corner as O'Brien is money from the line, putting his team down to 9 again. 1 point in the game. They had, Nortman was open off of a wide open streak down the court, but they have a reach in on Schultz, and Larson will be at the free throw line, potentially making it an 11-point game, and I don't want to call it a foregone conclusion, but potentially sealing this win for the Vikings with 1 minute and 38 seconds. I'm not going to say potentially sealing the win because a lot can happen, but potentially putting the nails on the coffin for the Vikings, as he is a little magic there to get that bad boy to drop down there for the Vikings.
Whatever it takes to go in.
Absolutely.
That's what I always say.
As the Vikings get back to a 10-point lead, 66-56. Larson looking to make it 11, and he does. 67-56 Vikings.
The Vikings must have heard me pregame talking about free throws winning games.
Absolutely. So far they've only missed one. O'Brien, tough drive, and it is no good. Fouled
Wixom fouls Dustin Zen, so he'll be at the free throw line, and Wixom is down in large amounts of pain, and he'll get up, but oh, that looked like a violent crash there. Wixom holding, I don't want to
say it.
No, I'm not going to say what appendage he was holding, but let's just say it was a male extremity. So
place you don't want to be hit if you're a male.
A base, exactly, a place nobody where the sun does not shine. The Vikings are looking to ice this game here.
Make it a 13-point game with these two free throws with under a minute and a half.
Absolutely. And Zen's is money on the first one. Absolute money. Swish or Rooney.
Clutch free throws by Zen's.
Absolutely. Clutch free throws by the Vikings as he makes 2 of 2 and extends the lead to 13. O'Brien looking to jack up a 3, gets it down low, and it is deflected by Zenz in the hands of Classy, and they need to foul. And Zenz will be right back at the free throw line, looking to get a quick 4 points in, what did you say, 10 seconds, Dan?
Give or take a few, yeah.
Give or take a few.
14-point game. Sorry, folks.
14-point lead for the Vikings, and this potentially ending the hopes of a comeback here is money. 15-point lead for the Vikings, and they have just been clutch at the free throw line tonight as O'Brien looking to get some sort of points here for the Blackhawks. A good drive by Schultz, kicks it down to O'Brien. Tough shot, rebounded by Classy, kicks it out to Larson. He'll look just to dribble it out. They're going to trap him anyway. Larson easily dribbles out of that. They need to foul him, and they don't foul him. They get it out to Zenz. Zenz just going to hold on to it here. Drain him much time as they can. Kicks it down into Nortman. Nortman will kick it out to Larson. Larson looking. Gets it out to Zenz. I don't know if they're trying to foul.
Not quite sure why they haven't yet.
They haven't fouled. They have numbers, and they turn it over. Oh, no. They say it was deflected off of a Mount Horeb player, maybe deflected off of Gunnar Norton or Travis Glass. He didn't quite see the number. But Blackhawks have the ball with 37.8 seconds left, and they need a miracle to come back from 15 points. Not saying it's impossible, but it'd be very tough to do so.
I'm not going to try and jinx it, but I don't think the comeback will happen. I think Mount Horeb's going to walk out here with a win.
Good
as
pass.
A steal by Jason Larson.
Jason Larson looking just to get it to A.O. Bourbon. Quick hands. Good passer as he runs right into the big man, number 32, Hall. And Vikings looking just to seal the deal here. In Fort Atkinson gets it into Bryce Farnsworth, who's been absolute magic today. Ooh, turnover by Farnsworth. I absolutely jinxed him there. Get out to Hall. Hall, look, they need points quick. They need it fast. They get it out to O'Brien. O'Brien sets, jacks up a 3 and nails it. 10 seconds left. Larson, and he'll dribble it out. The Vikings should escape with a victory here tonight. 71-59, your final score by the Vikings. We'll be right back with a final game analysis, and we'll choose the player of the game. Brought to you by Market, Mount Horeb's Custom Apparel. We'll be right back, folks.
Whatever the occasion, the Grumpy Troll is the perfect location to meet friends, family, or business associates. Located at 105 South 2nd Street in Mount Horeb's historic Creamery building, the Grumpy Troll is Mount Horeb's dining destination. You'll experience a relaxed and casual dining experience along with favorites such as the Grump Chips or the Oofta Pretzel. The second level is home to Grumpy Troll's award-winning specialty pizza, including Cosmic Swirl, Piggy Pie, and their traditional Grumpy Troll pizza. Stop in today.
This is Wisco Radio. On the news, in the paper, or on the web, it seems we are always hearing about the incredible things 3D printing can do. And it's true. Every day, amazing things are 3D printed at Midwest Prototyping. Since 2001, Midwest Prototyping has been creating world-class parts and prototypes for companies across the country, all from right here in Wisconsin. Midwest Prototyping is proud to support Mount Horeb Athletics. Go Vikings! You are listening to the Mount Horeb Vikings on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back to Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, as the Mount Horeb Vikings win their first road opener of the season, 71-59. Dan, you have chosen our player of the game. Who is it, Dan?
I think it'll be a very deserving Bryce Farnsworth. I almost said Bryce Hopwood there. Sorry, Bryce.
We could call Hoppy the player of the game, but like you said, Bryce Farnsworth very deserving of this honor we have bestowed upon him, which he should cherish and thank us profusely tomorrow. Just kidding, you don't have to do that, Bryce. But a fantastic game, hitting, I believe, 8 shots from outside the three-point line, just absolute money today. And without that, this may have been a different outcome here. So your final score here, folks, 71-59. Vikings start 1-0 and look to continue that winning streak here on Friday in Mount Horeb. So if you can't be at the game, make sure you listen here on WiscoRadio.com or go to YouTube.com/WiscoRadio. You can find us there. Thanks for listening, folks, tonight. And if you came to the game, have a safe drive home.
Go Vikings.
Go Vikings.